Code friends and family, welcome to my room here at Code Academy. I have joined a couple of my Code family here with me today to model for you family read aloud using our Inferencing Skill of the Month bookmark that we sent out for Literacy Night. So I have Jules with me and I have Raiden with me, and we're going to read a book today just like we're family. We are around at Code. We're a family, aren't we? Mm-hmm. So this is a story about a gorilla that does sign language. Isn't that awesome? Have you ever heard of gorillas doing sign language before? No. We don't normally hear of gorillas doing sign language, but people have often thought that gorillas have a lot of traits that are similar to humans. And some scientists got together and they found this sweet little gorilla named Coco. They rescued her and they actually taught her sign language. So she was known all over the world for being able to do sign language. And we're going to hear a little story about her today called Coco's Kitten. And we're going to see why the author wanted to write this story and what special things there were about her. Are you ready to dive into this?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Just by looking at the cover of this, what do you guys think? What do you think this might be about? A gorilla saving a kitten. So Raiden thinks it might be about a gorilla saving a kitten. Jules, what are you thinking?
I think same.
Same kind of thing? So we're going to read to find out. We're going to use our questions from our code bookmark for inferencing. Remember inferencing, you can find what that is on the front of your bookmark. Inferencing is using clues from the author to figure out something not stated in a text. So here's what I'm going to ask you two to do while we're reading today, okay? The first thing we're going to make sure we do is we're going to be reading, and as we're reading, we're going to watch for clues in our book. And we're going to think about things that we already know in our background knowledge, things as, what do you see on the cover of the book?
A kitten with a gorilla.
Yeah, a kitten and a gorilla. So you're going to be thinking about things you already know about gorillas and things you already know about kittens as well, right? And we're going to bring that in with details from the story to think about what maybe the author is telling us silently, maybe not right there, but from clues. So we're going to kind of play detective. You'll see families on the bookmark that our little robot guy, because we love robots around here at Code Academy. Our little robot guy, he has a magnifying glass because we're always watching for clues in our stories, especially when we're inferencing. Okay, you guys ready to dive in?
Mm-hmm.
Let's dive in together. And this is what you'll do at home too, families. You might get on the couch, you might get around the kitchen table like we are here today, and just dive into that book together with your family and enjoy what the pages are saying. All right, this is Coco's Kitten. Coco's full name is Hanabi Ko, which is Japanese for fireworks child. She was born on the 4th of July. Every year I have a party for Coco with cake, sparkling apple cider, and lots of presents. Coco knows what birthdays are. When asked what she does on her birthday, Coco answered, eat, drink, get old. 3 days before Coco's party, I said, I'm going shopping today. What do you want for your birthday? Cereal there. Good there, drink, Coco signed. But what presents do you want? I asked. Cat, answered Coco. Later she repeated, cat, cat, cat. Families, today we're using these question stems, so I'm going to use little pieces of these to help me, just like we are sharing with you guys out there, to be able to ask questions about the story that you're reading with your families and your children. Okay, so Raiden and Jules, what probably is causing Coco to ask for a cat, do you think? Jules, you were already having a thought. What are you thinking?
I think because it's almost her birthday, she wants a cat.
She probably wants one, but what do you think is causing her to want one? Like, I wonder if gorillas just normally want cats. I wonder, what do you think, Raiden?
I wanted to see if they have the responsibility to save anything.
Maybe a responsibility to save something. So you're still thinking about what we saw on the cover and how you thought maybe the gorilla saved the kitten, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, well, we'll keep thinking about that. Now, one of the things when we're inferencing and we're thinking about things not necessarily told right away in a story, when we're thinking ahead, we're making predictions. And it's okay if our predictions aren't correct, because it just means that we're thinking about our story and we're using those clues and evidence to think about our story. So that's good. I also want to, before we go on, I want to point out, do you notice that in the story I keep hearing the narrator, they keep saying, I have, or I asked Coco, and Coco told me, that kind of thing. So who's talking in this story?
The narrator.
The narrator's talking, and you know what? The actual person talking in this
It's a
one,
girl.
yeah, it's a girl, and we see that in the picture right here. It shows Coco and Penny. So that's the person that is sharing this story with us. She's the narrator of this story. Okay? And so we are going to be hearing things through her perspective, the way she thinks and feels, or the way she perceived what was happening with Coco and the kitten. And we're going to see if our predictions were right about the cover and such now. Let's see. I wasn't surprised that Coco asked for a cat. I've been reading to Coco for many years, and 2 of her favorite stories have been Puss in Boots and The 3 Little Kittens. Coco gets very involved in the stories I read her. When reading the story of the 3 little kittens who lose their mittens, Coco sees that their mother is angry and that the kittens are crying. Mad, Coco signs. Coco loves picture books. I love picture books too. Do y'all love picture books? This is a great picture book. Gorilla books are her favorites. Cat books are next. She likes to go off on her own with a book to study the pictures and sign to herself. Okay. So was our predictions right, or did we find out something different? And it's okay if our predictions weren't right. We're figuring things out as we go along, and our minds are thinking. So what do you think? Did we find something was different?
Yeah.
What did we find was different?
And she loves reading books.
We found she loves reading books. What else did we find out?
She loves reading books about the cats.
She loves reading books about the cats. So based on what we just read on that page, what could we conclude about Coco and why she wanted a cat?
Because her favorite books are some of her favorite books are about cats.
Some of her favorite books are about cats. So could that be what is causing her to want to have a cat then? Is that what we're thinking?
I say yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Let's keep reading and see. On her birthday, I gave Coco the assortment of presents. I gave her apple juice and some special, I keep hearing I. Do you still hear saying I? Okay, so we know that it's our friend right here that's talking to her from the picture. We can see that. I gave her apple juice, some special fruits and nuts, and a baby doll. I didn't want to give Coco a stuffed toy because I knew she'd eventually destroy it. Why would Coco destroy a baby doll eventually?
Because she's
Oh, so what do you already know about gorillas that would make you think that?
they're reckless.
They're kind of reckless.
They're sometimes dangerous.
Sometimes they could be for us, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but maybe not. Would they be dangerous for their own little families?
No.
No, but maybe for who for us.
Humans.
Yeah, for humans. Or for, so are they, let's think about, how would she be able to destroy a doll? What would cause her to be able to destroy a doll?
I feel like she's just gonna.
Well, what do we know about their bodies? Like looking at this picture even, what can we tell?
They're strong.
They're super strong. Yeah. What can we tell by her body and looking at her arms and
They look
things? Yeah, we can tell she's probably a lot stronger than we are, right? Would she necessarily mean to tear it up?
Probably not.
Yeah.
She sounds nice.
She does sound like a nice gorilla. Do you agree with that, Jules? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does sound like a nice gorilla. But I wonder if maybe she doesn't understand, like, do you think she understands how strong she is?
Probably not.
Yeah, she may not understand how strong. All right, let's continue with our story. The only durable toy cat that I could find was in a mail order catalog, and I ordered it right away. It was made of cement and covered with vinyl and black velvet. I chose it because it looked real and it was sturdy, gorilla proof. What does that mean to be gorilla proof?
Gorilla can't break it.
Oh, okay. A gorilla couldn't break it. Okay. The toy cat didn't arrive in time for Coco's birthday, so I decided to save it for Christmas. In December, I made a list for Coco. I drew about 20 pictures. fruits, vegetables, nuts, dolls, and combs, and blankets. Every year, Coco gets a stocking and lots of presents. She loves Christmas. How do we know what Coco might ask for Christmas? What do you think she might ask for?
She's
What do
gonna ask for a cat.
You think she might ask for a cat again?
Probably.
Okay. What clues and evidence is telling us that based on what we read so
Because
far?
she loves cats.
She does see.
She loves the books about cats.
Yeah, she loves those books about cats. That's right. All right, let's see if we were right. Coco, what do you want for Christmas? I asked as I showed Coco the pictures. Coco carefully studied the booklet. Then she pointed to a doll, nuts, and a cat. I bought Coco some nuts and a new doll. I wrapped the toy cat and put it with the rest of her presents.
A toy cat.
How do you think she's going to respond when she sees that toy cat?
She's probably gonna think it's real.
You think?
Because she said it's realistic and she can't.
It was realistic looking. Okay. Let's find out if our predictions are correct. On Christmas morning, Coco ate her cereal and opened her stocking. It was filled with nuts. Coco threw the nuts aside and went to her next present. Coco unwrapped a doll. That stink! Coco signed. She doesn't like the doll, does she?
No.
That tells me she doesn't like it. Then came the velvet cat. That red, she signed.
I like when you said that red, not that is red.
So that's a really important thing for us to remember. She's signing. And so because she's signing, that might be a reason why she's just saying that red. Because maybe sometimes they don't have those like little words in between. Okay. Why do you think she said it's red? Do you think that means she likes it or doesn't like it?
I feel like she's like.
Maybe
she's
she
not-
likes it.
Like she didn't say red. It's green. Maybe.
She said the other things stink, and then she said that one red. That's that red. What do you think, Raiden?
She could be more excited.
You think maybe?
She
Well,
really-
let's see what that means for her. Let's look for some more evidence to help us figure that out. You ready? Okay. Coco often uses the word red. Oh, what does that say?
Often uses red to express anger.
Oh, to express anger. So if she said that red, what does that mean?
She's
What?
not. She's not.
She's not that.
So what do you think? Do you think she likes that cat?
No.
Why do you think maybe she doesn't like it?
Because.
Or it might not look like the things on the book.
Yeah.
Maybe that doesn't look like the one in the book. Why else might she not like that cat?
Because it's not what she wanted. Like,
What
not
did
the
she
color.
want?
I think she wanted like black cat.
Well, it's not.
Well, it
moving.
looks black, so let's think along. There's a picture of it
It's
right
not
there.
moving.
Oh, it's not really.
It's not moving. What? So what does she want then?
She wants a real cat that can move.
A real cat that can move. Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Let's see if we're right. We're gonna check it out. All right, let's keep going. Coco was very upset. She started running back and forth, banging on her walls. She was doing display charges past me. They were angry, angry charges. It is natural for gorillas to display when frightened or in great danger. They run sideways and pound their chests, and they go down on all fours and run back and forth. Did you guys already know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you knew that. Did you know that, Raiden? When they're angry, that's what they do. So the author gave us a little background on gorillas there, didn't they? Gave us some information so we could learn about gorillas while we read this book as well. But this was Christmas, usually a happy day for Coco, and she was with people she loved. So do you think that Penny would have thought Coco would have acted that way, being as it was Christmas?
She
No,
didn't
because-
know.
She thought she would act. Coco would actually think it would be a real cat.
Yeah, she thought, and she might, because it was Christmas, she thought she'd be feeling what?
Like really happy.
Yeah, she'd be feeling happy. And we even have a little evidence for that right there, don't we? Usually a happy day. Yeah, but is it showing to be a happy day?
No.
Nope, not showing. All right, later in the day, Barbara, a friend who had known Coco since she was a baby gorilla, arrived. That looks like a black cat, Barbara said to Coco. Would you show it to me? Coco did not answer. She pulled a blanket over her head. Who does that sound like? hearing that Coco would act that way.
Really upset? Or she don't wanna
It is a sign that she's really upset. I think that would be a sign.
Or she's embarrassed.
Really upset, or maybe she's feeling. What would be causing her to be upset and embarrassed then?
Because the cat is not even like opening her eyes or anything.
Yeah. And have you guys ever acted that way when you felt upset?
I feel like I just stare for like 4 minutes and
Yeah.
I'll be like, that's not real.
Right. Okay. Can I see it? Barbara asked. Coco pulled a rag over the toy cat and then tossed it in the air. Cat that! Coco sighed. Please let me see it, said Barbara. Coco gave her a toy dinosaur instead. I finally understood Coco's strange behavior. She was unhappy with her Christmas present. I had made a mistake. Coco did not want a cement and velvet toy cat. Coco wanted a real cat. Coco wanted a pet. Were we right?
That was cement.
Yeah, it was cement. Were we right about our prediction of why she was upset? We were right. Good job, guys. Things don't always happen quickly where we live. Every day is full of its own activities. So it was almost 6 months later when Karen, one of my assistants, arrived with 3 kittens. The kittens had been abandoned by their mother and raised by a dog, a Karen Terrier. Karen showed the kittens to Coco. Love that, Coco signed. As we showed Coco the kittens, she gave each one her blow test. When Coco meets a new animal or person, she blows in their face. I think she's trying to get a better scent. When she blows at a person, she expects them to blow back. Maybe she expected the kittens to blow back too. Why do you think she would expect the kittens to blow back?
Just to see if it's real. No, not real.
Well, that might be a thought,
Or to
because
see
the other one wasn't.
or to like, she might not even want it to see it. She might want to think that it might want to blow back because she might think she doesn't think it's real.
Yeah, that might be a reason. And do you see how it said they were trying to think about why she blows on things? And she expected them to blow back. And I think it said that when Coco meets a new animal person, she blows in their face.
So they look.
That's a good thought. Maybe she's trying to see if it would blink back to see if it's real. All right, let's keep going. The first kitten was smoky gray and white. Coco's blow test took him by surprise. The second kitten was a tailless gray tabby. He was also startled by the blow test. The third kitten, a brown tabby, did not react at all. After the blow test, Coco seemed to have made some judgments about the kittens. Which one do you want? We asked. That, signed Coco, pointing to the tailless tabby. So let's take those details into thinking, and let's think about what we thought about blowing on them now. If it's like a little game that the gorillas blow on things when they meet new friends.
So if it didn't blink, she might want the ones that don't blink.
And did it seem like it said that 2 of them got startled? Like it's like startled means
Scared.
yeah, like scared. And you did a good reaction right there. That's what that. She also is tailless. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Like she don't have a tail.
So she don't pull on the tail.
That's a thought too. Coco's the one that chose the tailless. I wonder if there's a reason she likes that tailless one.
That's cute.
Let's keep reading and we'll find out.
She
What do you
might
think?
want a different one from the books.
I wonder. Okay, let's keep going. I am not sure why Coco picked the gray tabby as her favorite. I never asked her. Perhaps it was because he didn't have a tail. A gorilla has no tail.
Maybe she's the one that she wants that looks like doesn't look like what she doesn't have.
Yeah. You think? You think that could be it, Raiden?
Look like him.
Yeah, look like Coco.
Not like look like Coco. Like,
But similar?
Yeah, similar.
So Coco doesn't have a tail, and so Coco, maybe she's wanting a little animal that doesn't have a tail either?
that
So
is
they
really
go through
her
the same
real
thing?
mother.
Yeah, so maybe they'd be like kind of the similar, or the same, going through the same things. All right, let's keep reading. That night, all 3 kittens went home with Karen. 2 days later, the kittens came back for another visit. Coco was happy to see them. Visit love Tiger Cat, Coco signed. First, she picked up the smoky gray and white one. Then Coco took the tailless tabby and carried him on her thigh. After a while, she pushed him up onto the back of her neck. Baby, Coco signed.
Oh.
What's she thinking about this
She's
kitten?
probably thinking it looks like Coco more than because they don't have a tail.
I wonder if she's thinking that. That's a great thought. And she's calling it a baby. She cradled the tabby in her legs. She cradled it.
So it's probably thinking that she might want to adopt it.
Oh, maybe she does want to adopt a little baby. She cradled the tabby in her legs and examined its paws. Coco squeezed and the tabby's claws came out. Cat do scratch, Coco signed. Coco love. Aw, how's she feeling about this little kitten?
Really happy and excited.
She's super happy and excited.
Absolutely loves it.
Yeah, she actually loves her, and we even have evidence of that. What will you name the kitty? I asked. All Ball, Coco signed.
Like all
Why do you think? What do you think is causing her to want to call it All Ball?
Mhm.
I don't know.
What does she look like? Think about what she looks like.
She looked like
A tailless cat.
She's tailless. So now let's put that together. Let's put that evidence together with what we already know about cats. Do you have a cat or do you have a cat?
I have a
no,
cat.
I'm
You have one?
allergic. I mean,
You're
I'm not-
allergic?
I'm not really allergic, but I have to wash my hands after.
My
Oh,
mom's
okay.
allergic too.
Okay. So thinking about cats that you've seen, then
I see.
what would you say? Maybe she's calling it All Ball for?
Because there's some that looks like her or some. No, not some of them. Like
Do cats tend to like? Do they kind of when they play? What do they look like when they play?
they're like
They look like they're fighting.
Sometimes they look like they're fighting, but their bodies, do they take shapes maybe sometimes in their bodies when they're playing?
He jumps and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
He
Can
don't-
I tell you a little evidence I know from my cats? Because I have a lot of cats. Miss
Uh-huh.
Halleck has a lot of cats. Sometimes cats roll up like balls when they're playing. Sometimes they'll bite their own little tail or their feet, and they'll get together in a ball. But I wonder if her being tailless is also adding to that. So when she rolls up, she doesn't even have a tail hanging out. Like if she curls up to sleep or something. I wonder if that makes her think she kind of looks like a ball. She's all ball. What do you think? Could I be right?
Mhm.
Let's read. Let's keep reading. I wonder if I'll get any more evidence on that. All right. Yes, I said, like a ball. He has no tail.
That's
Okay, I was right. Ball stayed overnight as a visiting kitten. By the end of the week, Ball was a permanent member of our household. Coco had her kitten at last. How do you think that this kitten feels with Coco based on this picture? Look at the kitten sitting with her.
Safe.
Maybe she feels safe. What would tell you that she's feeling safe there?
She's not like jumping out of his hand.
Yeah. Is Coco holding it super tight?
No.
No. If a kitten didn't, based on what you know about kittens already, and looking at this picture, if that kitten didn't want to sit with Coco, would she stay right there in her arms like that?
She'll be like,
She would,
Yeah.
She would be probably on the ground or somewhere.
Yeah, she'd be trying to get away, wouldn't she? Does she look like she's afraid? No, she doesn't look like she's afraid. Let's keep going. For the first few weeks, Ball lived in my house every evening at 6 o'clock. I would take Ball to Coco's trailer for an evening visit. I carried the kitten in my pocket as I prepared Coco for bed. Coco soon grew accustomed to this routine. What happens at night? I asked. All Ball, signed Coco. Right, I said. Ball visits you at night. When he was older, Ball snuck into Coco's trailer by himself. It worried me in the beginning. I did not know how Coco would treat the kitten unsupervised. What does that mean to be unsupervised?
No, like adult, like
Yeah,
adult related.
yeah. So why do you think she feels like she would need to supervise Coco with the kitten?
because she won't know what she can do to her.
So kind of like that doll in the beginning of the story. So she's still really strong, isn't she? And that kitten would be kind of like that doll, right?
Because he can like sleep wild.
Yeah,
Push
if
her
he
off.
slept wild or
He can push
if
her
he,
off.
yeah, she could push her off, push the little ball off or something, and maybe accidentally hurt him, right?
And she didn't
So
know.
she's watching, you think, to make sure she doesn't hurt him. As it turned out, Coco was always gentle. Ball was never afraid of her. Kittens should not be separated from their mothers until they are at least 6 weeks old. Poor Ball was abandoned by his mother at birth, which might have accounted for some of his faults. Ball was an unusual cat. He was very aggressive. He would go up to people and bite them for no reason. Silly little cat. My cats do that sometimes when they're playing. He would bite Coco too. Cat bite, obnoxious, Coco signed. But she never struck back. Coco did not like to be scratched or bitten, but she loved Ball in spite of his naughty behavior. Tell me a story about Ball, I said. Coco loved Ball, she signed. So we are getting lots of clues about how Coco feels about this kitten in here, aren't we? What are our big clues that we're seeing?
The kitten is reckless too.
The kitten's a little reckless too, but does she care?
Mm-mm.
No. What evidence was showing us that she didn't care?
That she just said that it's just like she don't like being scattered, but she loves Ball.
Yeah. What did she not do, even though...
She didn't like eat, hurt it or anything.
Yeah, she didn't hurt it. We even had a sentence that told us that. Raiden, did you see that sentence? What was the sentence that told us that?
So he didn't care about what Almo did. He still loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It says Coco didn't like to be scattered bitten, but she loved Ball.
That's right. She loved Ball in spite of his naughty behavior. Very good. And if we back up even a little bit more, when she said cat bite, obnoxious, but Coco signed what? Coco just signed.
She never struck back.
She never struck back. So she never, what does it mean to strike something?
Hit it back.
Yeah, so if she never struck back, that means what?
Never hurt it.
She didn't hurt it. It was like she understood. Isn't that sweet?
It's like my sister with her cat.
Yeah, great. Great. Okay. Coco treated Ball as if he were her baby. The very first time she picked him up, she tried to tuck him in her thigh. That's where mother gorillas put their infants. I wonder if that's why she would tuck him in the thigh.
Oh, like the babies.
Yeah, do you think? She's treating it like it's a baby. Go figure that. Maybe like it's her little baby. That's where mother gorillas put their infants. Older babies are carried on their mother's backs. Coco tried this with Ball too. Coco was a good gorilla mother. She combed and petted Ball to keep him clean. She also examined his eyes, ears, and mouth to make sure he was healthy. It was Coco who discovered Ball's ear mites. You know what ear mites are?
No.
They're little bugs inside animal ears.
Oh, they're like flies.
So how would she have discovered them? What would she have to have been doing?
Look in her ear.
She was looking in her ears. Who does that for you guys? Who looks in y'all's ears? Doctor, who else? Who else looks
My
in?
mom.
Your mama. Mamas love us very much, so they're willing to look in our little ears, aren't they?
Like she always looks.
So what is Coco treating her like she's what?
like a baby.
Yeah. Like maybe she's the kitten's what?
Mother or father, parent.
Yeah, like she's her parent. Ball was often a topic of conversation during Coco's lessons. Love visit, Coco signed when Ball and I arrived for a morning lesson. Ball, I said. Trouble, signed Coco. Love. Lots of signs that she loves her, right? Coco seemed to enjoy conversations about her kitten. This dialogue took place between Coco and a research assistant named Janet. Now this means that we're going to see a little piece here where Janet and Coco are talking together. I'll give you some grapes if you tell me about Ball the cat, Janet said. Soft, Coco signed. What kind of animal is he? Janet asked. Cat, 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 Coco answered. Do you love Ball? Soft, good cat, Coco signed. In addition to sign language, art is another way I test Coco's perceptions. Ball lay with a green toy on an orange towel, like in that picture right there. I gave Coco a canvas and some paints and asked her to draw a ball. Coco had 10 colors to choose from. First, she picked black for Ball's body. Next, she picked orange for the towel and green for the toy. What about Ball's eyes? I asked. Coco picked tan. Look. Can you see? Does that look like similar?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of everywhere, but A gorilla's painting it, right? So, do you think that that's her way of painting that picture?
Mm-hmm.
She is super smart. How do you think the author feels about Coco?
Like she's really impressed.
Yeah, maybe she'd be impressed. Or do you think that she would give... Do you see this part right here? It says, in addition to sign language, art is another way I test Coco's perceptions. Do you think that means... What do you think that means?
Like, to see how she is doing.
Yeah. And how she's what?
How she's, like, answering to her questions.
Yeah, and how she's thinking about things, right? Coco loves to play games. Her favorites are chase, blow it, and tickle. Coco likes to be tickled, and she thinks that others will like it too. Y'all think Ball's gonna like to be tickled by a gorilla?
Probably.
Maybe. What do you think? You say no. Why do you say no?
Because some gorillas cannot know what can do,
Mm-hmm.
and they can think that she can scratch her, so you get her back.
Could be. All right, so we got a couple thoughts.
She did. Just know.
We got a couple thoughts. Let's see how Ball reacts to that. Ball was not a good tickler, nor did he like to be tickled, so Coco and I pretended. I tickled Coco while carrying the kitten in my hand. Coco thought this was very funny. Chase, blow it, enjoy, Coco signed to Ball. And blow it, Coco blows as hard as she can into the face of her playmate. That's just like before, isn't it? It's not hard to understand why this game was not one of Ball's favorites. Why do you think it wasn't one of Ball's favorites?
Because it could startle her one time.
It could startle her. Chase is similar to tag. Players run back and forth and chase each other. This is a popular game among gorillas in the wild. But Ball never quite caught on to Chase. Coco did not realize that kittens don't necessarily enjoy gorilla games. Coco did understand that kittens like warmth, affection, and attention, and Coco supplied plenty. Here they are. What is happening in this picture?
It looked like she's playing with it.
Coco's giving attention.
Yeah, she's giving her attention. Oh, look, even in this picture.
Comfort.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's a lot like humans, isn't it? Oh, no. How does Coco look right here?
It looks like she got hurt.
What's making you think maybe she looks like she's hurt there?
Because she's opening her mouth and seeing what happened or something.
What do you think, Raiden?
She might be eating something really hard.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see what happened on this page. On a foggy December morning, one of the assistants told me that Ball had been hit by a car. He had died instantly. Oh, no. Do you think the author showed us this picture for?
He's really
Why
crying.
do you think?
He's really sad.
Maybe to show us Coco was really sad. I was shocked and unprepared. I didn't realize how attached I had grown to Ball, and I had no idea how the news would affect Coco. The kitten meant so much to her. He was Coco's baby. So based on what you know from all the clues we've already seen in this story of Coco and her relationship with Ball, how do you think that she's going to feel?
Really sad and mad and stuff.
Do
I
we
feel like
sound
she want to hit the car, the girl,
Miss
or
Penny?
who hit the
Or
car.
she might, whoever the car hit, she might run after it. And,
Oh, she might feel like going to get that car, huh?
Running after it. Why you hurt my baby?
chase.
Yeah. Well, let's see how she reacted. This is so sad on this part. I went to Coco at once. I told her that Ball had been hit by a car. She would not see him again. Coco did not respond. I thought she didn't understand, so I left the trailer. 10 minutes later, I heard Coco cry. It was her distress call, a loud, long series of high-pitched hoots. I cried too. 3 days later, Coco and I had a conversation about Ball. Do you want to talk about your kitty? I asked. Cry, Coco signed. Can you tell me more about it? I asked. Blind, she signed. We don't see him anymore, do we? What happened to your kitty? I asked. Sleep cat, Coco signed. A few weeks later, Coco saw a picture of a gray tabby who looked very much like Ball. She pointed to the picture and signed, Cry, sad, frown. It was an unhappy time. here Coco is signing sad. We see that in the little caption. It's always good to read those captions. It helps us understand what's going on in the pictures, doesn't it? News of Allball's death traveled quickly. We received thousands of letters. People of all ages wrote to us and expressed their sympathy. Some sent cards, others sent photographs, and many created pictures. They all had one message, that Coco should have a new kitten. As we approached Christmas, I wanted to get Coco a new kitten. I had no idea how difficult that would turn out to be. On December 20th, Barbara asked Coco, "What would you like for Christmas?" "Cat, cat, tiger, cat," was Coco's reply. We heard of a Manx who was soon expecting a litter. We waited weeks until we discovered that the cat was just getting fat. Christmas came and went. In January, I showed Coco a picture of 3 kittens. One had a long tail, one had a short tail, and one was tailless. Which one do you think she'll want?
Tailless.
The tailless one.
Why?
Because it reminds her of Ball.
It might remind her of Ball. "When you get another kitty, what would you like?" I asked. "That," Coco signed as she pointed to the tailless cat. "Well, we'll get you a kitty like that," I said. "Is that okay?" "Good, nice," Coco answered. "How do you feel about kitties?" I asked. "Cat Gorilla have visit?" she signed. "Coco love." Coco was ready for a new kitten. If only I could find one. More time went by. I called the Humane Society. They had no kittens at all, let alone a rare tailless Manx. I called many other places and was disappointed again and again. I was told that not many kittens were born during that time of year. The worst part of this period was my feeling that I was letting Coco down. I'd watch as someone would ask Coco, "Where's your cat?" And she would look around almost as if she were doing a double take, as if she were looking for Ball. Oh. Then our luck changed. We received a letter from a breeder of Manx cats who wanted to help. He didn't have any kittens then, but he called other Manx breeders nearby until he located a litter of Manx kittens in Southern California. They were just about ready to leave their mother. We set the date for March 17th, the day before I told Coco she was getting a new kitty, a red kitty. Red is Coco's favorite color. I think that's kind of funny that that's her favorite color when she uses...
She uses that for, when she's mad.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny? She was very excited. Then another delay. The breeder called. "I'm sorry," he said. "The kitten is not coming today." Coco was upset. I was disappointed. Are you surprised by that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised she was upset? "Trouble," she signed. "We are having trouble getting you a new kitty. We have been trying very hard," I explained. Finally, on March 24th, a red tiger-striped Manx was brought to our home. Seeing the kitten, Coco purred with pleasure. It was a wonderful moment. She placed him on her chest and petted him. "Let me hold the kitty," I said. But Coco would not let go. She kissed and cradled her kitten. "Baby," she signed. Coco was happy. Her new kitten had come to stay. Wow, that's a sweet story. Why do you think the author told us this story?
To know about the gorilla's life.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we want to know about this particular gorilla?
Because about her feelings and stuff.
We
And
do
what
learn.
problems she's going through.
Yeah. What was special about this gorilla that maybe made her a gorilla that we'd write about?
Because she's gentle.
She was gentle. What else was special about her?
That she loved kittens.
She loved kittens.
She loves other animals.
Mm-hmm. What could she do that most gorillas can't do?
Sign language.
She could do sign language. That's right.
She can be gentle with them.
What do you think they were learning about gorillas by seeing her and teaching her to do sign language?
Deaf people.
People usually do sign language. Do animals usually do sign language?
Some of them, not.
But how?
This gorilla does.
This gorilla does. Have you heard of animals that did it before hearing this story?
No.
No.
No, not.
So would that be something that would be really special about this gorilla?
Well, I think he's the only
Oh.
gorilla that can do sign language.
Is it neat too that a gorilla would want a kitten?
Mm-hmm.
Do gorillas generally have kittens?
Don't they look like a baby gorilla?
Yeah. So do you think that there's a great reason that the author wrote this story then?
Mm-hmm.
What would be the reason that the author wrote this story?
To tell us how gentle gorillas can be.
Okay. What's another reason maybe?
That some girls can do anything that
Some gorillas can do some human stuff like sign language. That's right. So this is a really special story that we were able to read together, and we were able to do a lot of inferencing in here, weren't we? We asked all kinds of questions like how we knew things and what probably caused different things in here. So we'll be able to check off some of these, and we looked at clues, and we based things that we were reading in here off of what we were reading, off of the clues that we saw in the story, right? So we would be able to check this off and sign it and take it back to school. Wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm.
And you'd earn your prize, Miss Marjorie. Woo-hoo. Awesome. Okay. So, families and friends, that's exactly what we want to see you guys do. We hope you enjoyed our story today. And Jules and Raiden, thank you so much for helping me read this story today. You guys are awesome. All right, we hope you guys enjoyed our story too, and we hope you enjoy all your family reading today and all for the rest of your years that you share in times together with wonderful books. Bye!
Bye.